Alright, it says I'm recording. It's counting. Don't do anything weird, phone. Technical difficulties, apparently.
Yeah.
And we're pointing the camera this way so the video quality is better, so I can't actually see what's going on. So maybe I need to get a mirror over there on that wall, because I don't have like a real person recording us.
Yeah.
This is all shot on an iPhone 12. Regular, not Pro.
Not Pro.
Not special, just the regular one.
Not special.
But it does got the Stepco sticker on the back of it.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, so we were talking about docks. I'll have to splice this video together, and maybe I'll throw in some of the stuff from the DJ Paul show, because I have some videos from that. And what was I going to say? But while we were talking and not recording, we were talking about the UFC card on Saturday.
Yeah.
Which now it's not like, oh my god, it was so amazing, because we already did all that. So now it's just like, oh yeah,
That happened.
so yeah, and then I got my hat, and then I had to do a Zoom meeting, and now I got my beer. So yeah, so anyways, Tai Tuivasa got knocked out by that Russian dude that hit like a brick truck. God, man, it was bad.
Yeah.
Ty's face was all fucked up. Ty's my boy. I was
I
ready
think
to...
like his nose, it looked like it was cut, like right here.
Yeah, it was... Yeah.
Yeah.
But like sometimes when they punch, the corner of the glove where you bend the leather and the thing,
yeah.
It'll...
And then...
Oh, yeah. Cheers, Vincent, wherever you're at. Work. Oh.
My drink is gone.
But yeah, so that fight, and then we talked about the guy who shaved his head to make weight,
Which is dumb.
which is dumb because your hair doesn't weigh that much, and if you couldn't make that weight, then you shouldn't be fighting at that weight.
That leg lock.
Oh, that leg lock. It looked like a figure four sharpshooter reversed that Bret Hart used to use, and he was leaning towards you, so he was just pounding the guy in the side of the head. That was pretty good. I don't see a real way out of that if you get caught in that.
Yeah.
Unless you're just strong enough, but there's no... I mean, your legs... It's complicated. Go look it up on YouTube. Someone's teaching that technique tonight at a class.
Yeah.
Um,
What was that other fight?
the big fight. Kevin Holland and the Wonder
Oh,
Boy.
yeah.
Kevin Holland showed a lot of heart. He didn't want to quit. Conor threw in the towel, broke bones in his hands. It was just... it wasn't meant to be for him that night. But it was a striker's fight through and through. All intents and purposes, they were on the ground twice, and they kept letting each other up.
It made the fight better that they weren't on the floor the entire time.
Yeah,
The
and
majority of the time.
that they weren't like feeling each other out.
Yeah.
They were just like, fuck that guy, I'm about to hit you. But also, I don't hate you, but also fuck you.
Yeah.
So, yeah. They weren't. It wasn't like ill will, like I'm going to try to kill him, but they were actually fighting rather than jumping in, throwing a jab, and then stepping out and trying to find the range.
I hate when they do that, where they're like, just kind of,
Well, I mean, it's
testing
cool.
it out.
Like, usually about 2 minutes. UFC rounds are 5 minutes, so you got about 2 minutes to find your range. If you haven't found your range in 2 minutes and you're still trying to find your range in the third round, fight's already over, bro. You should have figured that out earlier.
Yeah.
Unless you're a main event or a championship fight. And then you really should have figured it out earlier if you're that experienced. But yeah, it was, I mean, it is what it is. It was a good card. For a ESPN Plus card, it was a good card. And then I can't remember who's going to fight on the last card. That's the weekend you're back with me on the 17th. There's the ESPN Plus card that night too. Maybe we'll fry wings that day. Frying wings. DJ Paul pork chops tonight.
What else did we
Man, I'm hungry right now. Now I'm thinking about pork chops.
Yeah.
I don't know what else we talked about at all.
I don't either.
I just remember we talked about...
I feel like the fact that it wasn't recording just like wiped
Yeah,
my mind and everything.
because we went from nothing to something to... Oh, man. Way to throw salt in the Kool-Aid.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. People put salt in their Kool-Aid. You know that, right?
Have you ever tried a Kool-Aid pickle?
No, that sounds disgusting.
It is.
Why would you tell me if I tried that then? I would have remembered that. Have you tried that snickle thing? Where you put a pickle and you eat it with the Snickers?
No.
Sounds terrible, right?
I already don't really care about chocolate as it is.
Yeah, and they got another one where you put honey on pizza.
That that sounds kind of good.
Honey on pizza? What's the other one? There's another one. Mustard on watermelon.
But like sausage with syrup is good.
That's breakfast, though. Talking like pepperoni pizza with honey on it.
Yeah, that sounds
You're gross.
okay. Not like overdoing it, but like
That sounds disgusting to
you know,
me.
honey doesn't go bad.
Huh?
Honey doesn't go bad.
I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, it doesn't go bad.
I'm not. I don't know if I believe you. Man, I better not be getting the flu. We haven't had the flu in 3 years, and now
I
suddenly
haven't had the flu in my entire life.
is it? Oh, you got it. Never mind. Somehow Troy lost his nose ring
I have
spike,
no idea when like it happened.
but he never lost the nose ring. Just the spike came off.
Like,
So he had to borrow one. I'm glad. I didn't want to go buy you a new one. I'm gonna get you a gold one.
I want either a blue one or a red one.
Huh?
A blue or red one.
You trying to be a blood or a crip?
No, it's just the only ones that look cool and not gay.
Oh, great. I don't have to edit that part out because he said gay.
Okay.
I said, I don't care. Cancel me.
Yeah, it's like it's okay to be whatever you are, but don't make it like annoying.
Don't make it annoying. Be who you need to be. But don't be annoying about it. But, you know, honestly, I feel like that about people, too. That, like, straight people, like boyfriend and girlfriends, like, there's people that are just annoying about it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care about your relationship that much. I mean, I'm glad you're happy.
I'm glad you're happy, but
also, I don't care. Like, I got my own stuff going on. I mean, if you need to talk mentally because you're going through something, holler at me.
Yeah.
But also, if you're just trying to brag about how great your relationship is, hey, I don't care. I mean, good for you. But also, I got my own shit going on. Yeah. Yeah, I'm an asshole like that. I just don't care. I'm happy for you, but also, I have my own shit going on.
like the cancel culture thing, I feel like that hasn't happened in like a while, like to anybody. Like the last person I knew about was.
What are you talking about? They're trying to do it to Kanye right now. Oh, are we gonna get into Kanye right now? You know who they need? They need to cancel Balenciaga with all that bullshit. Go do the research and all that shit with the child fucking all that, and their parent company with some other bullshit. Google it. Just look all that. I don't want to talk about it. It's just gonna piss me off. Not impressed.
Nobody jumped on them when they
Exactly, because they're elite.
As soon as it's Kanye, oh my god, everybody.
You know it's bad
And
when
I
Kanye.
hate those videos. There's these people. There's these people. They walk up to like random people and they were like, how do you feel about Kanye? And they like, I hate him. And then they go, why? He's like, all the stuff that he said. They go, what'd he say? He's like, you know, like. This
Yeah, they don't.
like,
they have no idea what
up.
he said.
Like, no, you don't even know.
Because they're just following the crowd. Like, I mean, granted, he did say some things.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I always said about Donald Trump when he was president, and now he's going to run again. Donald Trump was missing one key piece of element in all of his presidency. He needed someone to write his speeches and review what the fuck he was about to say.
Yeah.
Like, like, remember George W. Bush? Who was it? Who took the line from George W. Bush and put it in his rap song?
J. Cole.
J. Cole did it. He said, fool me once, shame on me.
Shame on you.
Shame on you. Fool me twice. Fool me once, I'm going to fool me twice.
Yeah.
Like, Nobody knew that George W. Bush was going to say that. He goes, there's a saying down in Texas. It might be in Arkansas too. And it's just like
Yeah.
the whole concept of that sentence. Fool me once. The saying is, you fool me once, shame on you. You fool me twice, shame on me. And that's how it's supposed to go. He said, fool me once, you're not going to fool me twice. And it's just like, I feel like that statement, George W. Bush, that was probably one of the dumbest things he ever said. But he also had somebody reading over these things he was going to say. I feel like Donald Trump just went up there and winged it. Like, I'm just going to say some shit. I love Mexicans. I love tacos. And it's like, bro, you really fucking said that shit? Like, that's the dumb... And hey, Joe Biden, he's not no fucking walk in the park either. That dude can't even read
haven't
sometimes.
watched one video of him where I understood anything that he was talking about.
He tries to explain something. It's like, what? What are you talking about? And
I saw
mean,
this one video that he was like, "Did you get the vaccine?" And he was like, "Yeah," and he was like, "Yeah," and then he just started going off about something, and I'm like, I'm not sure. He started talking about people's families and then like how they get money, and I'm like, what are you?
yeah. Anytime they ask him about money or like dollars or numbers, he's lost. He's like old man dyslexic because he starts saying words and numbers that don't make sense. The trillion, I mean, 1,000, like 27,000. 27,000 what? Like, and no one fact checks him. And that's one thing, like, when Trump was in there, they fact checked every word that he said. No one ever fact checks Joe Biden. Like, he says numbers, he just makes up numbers sometimes.
Or that one video, where he's like, I have 2 words, and then he was like, and then he said something America, and then it shows a clip of, that one guy that he has that weird like voice. He has like curly hair. I don't know what his name is. He's like, I'm gonna have to check your math on that.
Yeah, well, I mean, but it's I mean, by no means did I always like I hate to say it, that's the same way like the old saying, the lesser of two evils. But if you gave me the choice of Hillary Clinton and all the scandals that her husband was involved in, of course, you're just going to bring all that back to the White House if Hillary was the president. So she ran against Trump. And you're kind of like, lesser of two evils, I kind of think it's Trump. But, I don't know. But, I mean, when we're given a choice, because if you vote third party, like libertarian or whatever, because you want your voice to be heard, those dudes never win. Ever. Maybe like on small circuit shit in like a small town, you can get a libertarian in there. But for the most part, it's a Democrat or Republican. And man, I talked about religion with Vincent, and now I'm going into politics with you. What the fuck? But I feel like that's what it always comes down to. And it's a scapegoat answer, the lesser of two evils. So Trump announced he's going to run for presidency again. I really don't think Joe Biden needs to run again. He already can't talk most of the time.
Yeah.
And he doesn't seem like he knows what's going on most of the time. And I'm not being an asshole to Joe Biden. But why did nobody talk about Hunter Biden and all that bullshit, smoking crack and all that? Well, we don't bring that up. But it's fine. The media leaned one way, and if they don't like what's going on, then they lean the direction that they don't like. They lean to help the person, whatever.
Yeah.
Also, I don't watch the news. Also, fuck CNN. Also, don't watch Fox News either. So, my news comes from the internet, but I really don't. I'd rather watch an interview that's unbiased and just hear what was actually said. Now, I didn't watch all the Kanye thing and Alex Jones, but it's so bad that Kanye is on Alex Jones now because that's how much they're trying to cancel Kanye. But can nobody say anything that... So, Kanye was working with Balenciaga this whole time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And his ex-wife, Kim Kardashian, still has a contract. That's kind of on hold right now because she needs to see how it plays out for her financial stuff. But Kanye gets the axe. And then suddenly, all this shit comes out about them. But, hold on. If Kanye was still associated with the Balenciaga, they would be coming for Kanye's head. They would be coming at him. No one's going at Kim Kardashian. Nobody's calling her out. But if Kanye was still a part of that association and this child pornography shit, child whatever bullshit came up, everybody would be blaming it on Kanye. That would be their scapegoat. Well, you fucked up because y'all kicked him for comments, and now there's no one to point the finger at. You lost your fall guy. So who do they blame now? Nobody. And you know what else? No one talks about it. And that's like I've talked about before. Y'all remember the news cycle, right? This is how you know the media controls everything. So, okay, we had COVID, right? Mm. Then we had Biden and Trump. Then we go into, I mean, I'm skipping over shit. But then we go to the war in Russia. Russia against Ukraine. So that happened, right? With the war in Russia, Ukraine, that was a war that happened.
That's still happening.
Well, no, hold on. But do we talk about that anymore?
Nope.
Nope. We went from Russia fucking up Ukraine to Will Smith slapping the shit out of Chris Rock. Mm-hmm. And then we go on to, was it a mass shooting? And then we go on to monkeypox. Mm-hmm. And then we go on to, whoa, what the fuck? What happened with Russia and Ukraine? Like, are they still in war right now? Yes. But we don't talk about that no more. Because it's out of the news cycle. We've moved on. Monkeypox. We don't talk about that no more. Is that still a threat? Are we still afraid of monkeypox? Like, and this is what I'm saying. This is why I don't fucking watch the news. Because they're pumping out what they want you to hear. When a new subject comes on, that's what we forget about the other one. The next thing that'll come out is a different company will have they've done something terrible, and then everybody will forget about the Balenciaga shit.
Yeah.
They'll reframe it and point back at Kanye when he does his. Honestly, Kanye does need to be on some kind of medication. I swear to God, he just needs a publicist. Like, bro, you can't just say about crazy shit when you want to talk about crazy shit. That's crazy shit. I don't agree with Kanye that Hitler was this great person, but he made a point. Volkswagen is fucking rolling around, and it was made basically by Hitler in Germany. And then you want to talk about, oh, well, blah, 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 blah. Well, Nazis also...
And also, he never said that anything that he did with the Jews and all that was good. He just said that he had some good aspects to him, which everybody does.
Exactly. Like, if you want to judge me by my worst day...
And also, everybody takes everything out of context.
Yeah.
As soon as they,
Well, because I haven't watched the whole Alex Jones thing. I only watched, clips that people took. And, yeah... And even fucking Alex Jones is like, what the fuck did that fool just say?
Yeah.
But, and that's fucking Alex Jones. Fucking conspiracy theorist to the fullest. Got taken to court over the Sandy Hook shit and had to pay out hundreds of millions of dollars to these families. So he's already fucking off his rocker for sure. And that's where Kanye goes to talk. And then he makes that fool feel uncomfortable. So, but what I'm saying is, it was Kanye on Instagram. He put out there that Reebok and Adidas are the same fucking company, just in case y'all didn't know. Adidas owns Reebok. But, at the same time, I want to say it was Nazis that started both of those companies. Way back in the day. Don't fact check me. Fuck, I don't give a shit. If you got to this far in the podcast, I hope you listen. But, and then it's kind of funny that, okay, they bought out the other company, not the same company. But, for all intents and purposes... most of the companies, there's a lot of companies that come from that German descent, which, I know we're like, oh, those are Nazis. Nazi Germany was everyone except the Jews that lived there. If you were a normal German person, you were just like, fuck it. They're not killing us.
Yeah, because nobody sat there and stopped them.
Yeah,
that was from there.
Nobody put up this massive fucking fight. They didn't make no movie about that. Yeah, some of them were hiding Jews, but the German people didn't stand up and say, no, we're going to overthrow this tyrant. Yeah. You know why? Because they didn't have any fucking guns. You know why the United States has guns? So that we can overthrow the government if we have to. Please try to take our guns. This is Texas down here where we're at. We got more guns than books in our houses down here. Except for the owner manuals that came with the guns. Oh, man. Wow, we got into some off-topic stuff. Shit here, for sure. And I've only had one beer. I'm not fucking over here drunk as shit. This is literally my first beer today.
Really?
Yes. And that's why I'm like, wow, we really got into politics. I'm talking politics with my son on a podcast where we drink beer with
I
my
don't even
cousin.
like politics.
I know. I mean, but it's just so the media is so
Yeah.
skewed. Like if you say anything about COVID on Instagram, they got fact checkers that want to flag your shit. Oh, you can't talk about COVID. You can't talk about COVID. But if I say fuck Kanye West, they're gonna fucking pop that shit up to the top. Oh, this guy said fuck Kanye West, and then you get all these likes.
Oh, then I don't know if I asked you about it. If you guys saw him, there's the Andrew Tate dude, and they asked the same thing about him. They go up to people and they're like, so how do you feel about Andrew Tate? And they're like, oh no, I don't like him. And then they're like, oh why? He's like, he's misogynistic and all those dumb words. And then and then they go, oh, so what did he say that made you think he was all those things? And he was like, the stuff that he said. Like they literally, it's so dumb. And he also talked about he was on the news channel with some British guy, and he just kept on asking questions. He wasn't letting him respond basically. And then he got to this point where he was like, this is so back when YouTube started, there used to be just long 7-minute longer videos, but now that we have TikTok and Instagram and all these shorter things, so they can just cut everything out of context and just have this one little thing.
Yeah, because if somebody wanted to, they could take this podcast and the part that I said, I'm not saying Kanye's wrong, and just use that one snippet and say that I'm agreeing with Kanye West and that I'm an asshole.
And nobody cares enough to go watch the entire video and be like, okay, well let's just see what he was talking about.
That's what I'm saying. I know back in the day I used to listen to Alex Jones because of your grandpa, your mom's dad. And Alex Jones was fucking crazy back in the day. But I would still listen. But from what I can take of that whole scenario is, why is Kanye West on Alex Jones podcast / show network? Because everybody else has basically turned their back on him because of what he said.
He literally has no one.
He does it.
And then there's that one where he's like, I'm free. I feel free. He's like, there will never be another day where somebody drops a $1 billion deal in one day. He's like, it won't happen again in history ever. And he's like, well, now I feel free. And he's all happy about it.
And the thing is don't feel sorry for Kanye. He's still got money.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be fine. He's not worried about it. And then it's just like any other celebrity. So let's talk about Michael Jackson and all his scandals. People still listen to Michael Jackson's music. But
nobody's gonna sit there and just stop listening. Well, there will be some people, but majority of them will still listen to Kanye and his older stuff.
And then let's look at R. Kelly. I still get down to some R. Kelly. And that fool's in prison right now. He ain't gonna get a lot of radio play, but his music's still on the platforms. Someone's still, he's got to have some kids and paying lawsuits somehow. So someone's still gonna listen to that music. Someone's still gonna listen to Kanye. The hardcore Kanye fans are still gonna be like, yeah, I'll listen to Kanye. And okay, let's talk about another one. Let's talk about Chris Brown. So, Chris Brown, he beat Rihanna. Black eyes, fucked her up and everything. And did his jail time. He went to jail. He did everything he was supposed to do. Go to the legal system, paid court fees, paid fines. Yeah. He did what he was in the orange jumpsuit, in jail, in the courtroom, in the jumpsuit. And all these years later, he could perform, he can go on tour, they could put him on TV, plays music on the radio.
Oh,
but then he got an award. What was it? What was the award? The one, it was American Music Awards?
I think so.
He was supposed to perform there, and they were like, "Oh no. Cancel culture popped in. Talking about, oh no, he can't perform."
It's so dumb because there's old when Tyler first, I think I told you about it, when he first started, he used to have some very aggressive lyrics and stuff, and nobody cared. Well, back then there was some people that were like, hey, you said this, and he explained it. And then now maybe it's 20, 11 years later, they're like, oh, he said this, and he's like, he literally addressed that like 11 years ago.
Yeah.
And now you care about it.
And for Chris Brown, in his defense, he went through the legal system. He went to jail. He paid the court fees. He paid his lawyers. He did his time.
He did everything right.
He did his time. He can perform anywhere in the world. They put him on circulation anywhere. But he can't perform at this award show. But it's kind of fucking awesome that he won an award at the same fucking show. So he can't play there, but he can win the award. It doesn't even fucking make sense. Oh, Jesus. And yeah, Tyler did have some super aggressive stuff back in the day. I mean, not that he doesn't have some stuff that's still kind of that way, but like, it was some of the stuff that he was saying. Well,
no, because the stuff that he says now, it's like, oh, it's kind of like vulgar, but the stuff that he used to say was like, whoa, that's some messed up stuff.
Yeah, but, you know, he's Tyler, the Creator, so whatever. And like, if you've never seen a picture of Tyler, the Creator, or heard him start talk in a video, he's kind of out there. Like, he dresses out there. Like, he acts out there. Like, he's his own fucking person, and keep being yourself, bro. Like, fully 100% support you.
He's so good of, like, an artist and, like, a producer and, like, all those things. He even helped Kanye do some stuff because he went to film school, and he helped Kanye do.
So what's the next Ye album gonna look like? You think they're gonna blackball him? You think the black rap community is gonna blackball him?
Not at all.
I don't think so either. I think Kanye's next album will probably be. He'll have so many features, so much support. And it'll be so ridiculously good that everyone will hate him so much more.
What?
I honestly believe that.
I can't remember if he said anything. Oh no, he didn't. It was because the divorce and the Pete Davidson stuff, which he still got without Kid Cudi. That album still put up some numbers.
I mean. You know, the Pete Davidson stuff.
I saw this video today. It was they were doing a stream and they were commenting. They were listening to Donda, and he goes, "Donda's not gonna have no replay value," and then he goes, "They're gonna say the same thing about your life at your funeral," and I'm like, that's
fucking murderous, right? And then, like, I will say, like y'all, oh, well, he was making death threats to Pete Davidson. Have you never been in a relationship where you had fucking kids and you were married and you were pissed off? So fuck off. Like, I do know that Kanye's words carry a little different with certain people, but come on, Pete Davidson is a comedian. He's a stand-up comedian. He talks shit for a living, and he got murdered by a rapper. That just tells you, don't try to fuck with the rapper. Kanye may not freestyle on a regular basis, but you give him enough time, he's going to come up with some shit that's going to piss you off. He writes lyrics for a living. The same shit a comedian does. And if he said some aggressive shit, he's a rapper. He was going to do it lyrically. And he did. Like, I mean, so what happened to Pete Davidson? He's still going to make money. He's still going to be on TV shows. Mm-hmm. He's going to be on anxiety medication. And did anybody actually try to threaten his life in person? Did anyone run up on Pete Davidson? Mm-mm. It wouldn't be hard. He's not that big of a dude. Like, I think he still lives with his mom in the basement. From last I heard. So, I mean, do you think he's rolling around in a Rolls Royce? He probably don't even have a car. He lives in New York, I'm pretty sure. He still was doing the Saturday Night Live thing.
Pretty sure J. Cole doesn't own a car either. But that's just him, like, humbling
Yeah,
himself.
J. Cole's a different character.
Yeah.
He's on the cover of 2K, and he's not even a professional basketball player in the NBA. Doesn't make sense. Make it make sense.
What was he playing for, Canada?
Yeah, he was playing in Canada Basketball League. All right, I'm pretty sure that we've gone too long, and this podcast is going to be extremely longer. But you know, these are the conversations that you should have with your kids.
It'd be really
If it's not
if
recording,
it's not recording, I'm about to be so mad.
okay. So we're gonna sign off. Hopefully, it's recording. If we pissed you off with any of our topics, talk shit in the comments.
Oh.